Hi everyone, as you can probably tell by the title of this video, what it's going to be about.
Testing. 1 2 1 2 mic check.
So if you've seen like other videos of mine or you're a subscriber, you'll probably know that I've been to a few hospitals over the past couple of years. So I figured today I would just kind of talk about my experiences. This is going to be for the third that's four fingers. Third hospitalization place, just because that's the most recent and it was kind of a different experience, because the first two times I was living in England, so it was like NHS kind of healthcare, and then now I'm living in America and it's a completely different experience. I think it was like a grand total of about 5 months I was in hospital, and I went in, I think it was like April 17th, 2015, so last year, and I came out like September time. And I actually went to 2 different hospitals during that time period. I spent some time in an acute ward, which is stabilization place, so people aren't there for that long, and then I went to a residential, which is like a long-term kind of hospital place. Figure I'm just gonna talk about the first place. Like I said, it was an acute place, so people were only there like, I don't know, 1-2 weeks at the max. I was actually there for 2 months, which was kind of an anomaly. I saw a lot of people come and go. I actually saw one girl be admitted, discharged, and then she came back in, and then she discharged again, all whilst I was still there, which was kind of depressing. So I'm going to start at the beginning with kind of how I got there. Me and my parents went to the like military hospital that was nearest our house, because my dad is in the military, so we have like military healthcare or something. So yeah, we were only there to like see the GP, family practitioner person, to like, so that I could get like a psychiatrist and a counsellor, because I was in CAMS back in England, and like we were trying to like follow that on here. It turned out like if I just went home from there, it would take like quite a few weeks to be able to set an appointment, and I was quite clearly like deteriorating. But I think at one point someone was like, if we admit you, if you become an inpatient, then it like it'll be kind of fast tracked and you can get one like probably like in a week or 2. They were like asking me like, if you're safe you can just go home, and I was like trying to be really honest, and I was like no, if I go home something bad will happen. So I was there for a good few hours, and then I actually felt really judged there, because it was an army hospital, so it was kind of full of these like macho army doctors and nurses, and I remember like my parents were saying something and I just like stormed out the room and I was like, F you, and one of these like really like big guys like just, because I was trying to find an exit, and he was like, you can't leave, like where are you going, if you don't go, like get back in that room I'll call security. And I was just like, so I got an ambulance ride. I think my mum was in the ambulance with me to the actual psychiatric hospital, because I don't think, no, it wasn't attached to like a normal hospital. I went there, like I sat in this, like there was this like little office room thing, and I sat in there for like ages, and we had to fill out a load of paperwork and stuff like that. I had like I had like my picture taken and stuff, because it's not like England, it's not like a national free healthcare kind of thing. Like insurance, like you have to like line up, you have to go to a place where they accept your insurance, and it's just like so confusing. And then along with that, like I have my visa, and then my military card doesn't have like the correct birthday or like day of birth or something, so it was all really confusing. So I just sat there, and I remember like I got given this like peanut butter and jelly sandwich, except it was a circle. There were no crusts and it was like crimped on the end. It was actually relatively nice. I was then taken up to the 3rd floor, which is where the adolescent ward was. There were 3 floors in the building. On the 1st floor it was offices, there was the cafeteria, the day patient, like partial hospitalization place. I think there was like a gym, but it was a very poor excuse for a gym. It was just like a large room with some balls in, like a basketball hoop. Like it was pretty shocking. The 2nd floor it was the adult ward, and then the 3rd floor, half of it was the child ward and half of it was the adolescent ward as well. So I was then taken up in the elevator to the 3rd floor. I sat in like a plastic chair. It was like, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night. Everyone was asleep. And it was the night staff that were on, and night staff in psychiatric hospitals, they do nights for a reason. So I was like sat in this plastic chair and I had no idea what I was doing. I just kind of sat there. I didn't really know what was going on. I don't know, I went into another room, someone asked questions or what, or like whatever. I was then strip searched. But after all that, I got shown my bed. So each room had 3 beds in it, and then each room had 1 bathroom. So my first night, nothing was explained to me. I was just kind of like sat there and I had no idea what was going on. And then this guy was like, here's your bed. And then he was like, every 15 minutes I'll come in and I'll walk to the end of the room. Because at the end of the room there was like this circle metal thing. And the night staff would hold like this like baton thing that was like that big. And I think it was every 15 minutes they have to walk in and then touch the metal thing with the baton. It's just so that they actually have to walk in, like look at each and every one of you and then walk back out. I think the first night I just slept in my clothes like on top of the bed. I had like no idea, like I was terrified actually. Well, I was like anxious, but the 2nd day, that was when I was like, this is terrible, like I don't think I can do this here. So that was my first night. I think I'm gonna end this there.
Testing. 1 2 1 2. Mic check.